Is there one supplement you can take that's been proven to reduce and even improve some of the negative aspects of aging? The answer is yes, there is. So watch this video to find out what it is, how it works, and how much of it you need. As we get older, a lot of things happen to our bodies, and a lot of those things, if left unchecked, have negative consequences. Some of the things that happen are loss of appetite, loss of muscle mass, reduced immune function, slower metabolism, and some others. Being able to maintain your independence, your mobility, your quality of life, it's critical if you want to enjoy your life as you age. And of all the things that happen to us, the loss of muscle mass is probably one of the most critical things that happens. Loss of muscle mass results in more likelihood of falling, inability to perform just the basic functions of getting through your day, and it also reduces your metabolism. As you lose muscle mass, your metabolism goes down. That loss of muscle mass is called sarcopenia, and it progresses as we age. So is there one supplement we can take that will reduce or slow down the progression of sarcopenia? Several studies have identified protein, and especially the 9 essential amino acids, one of those in particular called leucine, as one thing that will have a positive impact on reducing and even reversing sarcopenia. I'm going to put a link in the description to a very good study that was done, and it's published on the National Library of Medicine. Now, as I discuss this, I'm going to use the word protein, but what I'm really referring to is the 9 amino acids, the 9 essential amino acids that your body just can't make. These are amino acids, they're parts of what makes up the total protein that you have to get in your diet. You can't get them, your body just cannot create these by itself. So what exactly does protein do in our bodies? Well, it performs a lot of functions. First of all, it is critical in building muscle tissue and building tissue in general, building bones, and building your skin. So if you don't have enough of it, the very structure of your body is going to be compromised. Protein is also required to make enzymes and hormones that are required for a lot of your bodily functions. And protein is required to make the nutrients that carry oxygen to your blood and tissues and organs. Another big function that protein does is it helps build antibodies that help protect and help strengthen your immune system. And of course, protein can be used for energies, but it's not very efficient. It's not as efficient as carbohydrates and fats, so we really don't want to use it for that. As we age, we become less responsive to the anabolic stimulus that comes from low doses of amino acids when we're compared to younger individuals. But that lack of responsiveness can be overcome by increased consumption. So how much do we need? Well, if you've looked at packaged food, the labels on the packaged foods usually contain a list of ingredients, and in those ingredients are things like proteins and carbohydrates. And there's usually listed as a percentage of the recommended dietary allowance, or RDA, for those particular nutrients. But when it comes to protein, it's not a very useful measure, because the RDA is based on keeping your body, the minimum amount required to keep your body in nitrogen balance. It doesn't take into account any of the physiological functions like muscle function that are needed to understand healthy muscle function. So it's not a very useful tool if you're interested in optimal health. The RDA says that adults should get somewhere around 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. But studies that have been done on treating sarcopenia tell a completely different story. Those studies suggest that probably we need to get somewhere closer to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. And it's estimated that 38% of men and 41% of women don't even get the minimum RDA requirements of protein. So there's pretty good odds that you're low on protein. So getting back to how much you need, I think in pounds, not kilograms. So to make it simple, you should try and get somewhere around 1 gram of protein for every 2 pounds of body weight. Now, if you're considerably overweight, you probably don't want to use your current body weight as in your calculation. maybe use what you think is your ideal body weight, and that'll probably get you a little bit better result. So there's a lot of great sources of protein without actually going to just a protein supplement, like, of course, meat, fish, poultry, dairy, eggs, tofu, nuts, beans, lentils. So it's not necessary that you go to a protein supplement, but it can make it a lot easier to get the volume that you need without eating too much food. And the quality of the protein matters. Most plant proteins aren't complete proteins. In other words, they don't have all the essential amino acids. So just by eating plants, you almost have to supplement to get everything that you need. And the quality of the protein is impacted. For instance, the quality of the plant has to do with the quality of the soil that it was grown in. And feedlot meats aren't going to get the same kind of nutrition that a free-range animal would get. So quality matters. So you got to really pay attention and be careful about your choices of what you use for protein. So here's just a couple of tips on how to get extra protein. Make sure that you include some source of protein in every meal and every snack. If you eat salads and things like yogurt, sprinkle some nuts and seeds on there to add a little protein. And of course, you can go to protein, just to find a good quality protein powder and have a mix smoothies. Maybe start your day off with a smoothie. One of the things that I do to make it easy for me is I start off the morning with a cup of coffee. I put a scoop of protein in there. I get 30 grams of protein in one scoop of a good quality protein, and it takes the place of a creamer, tastes good, and starts my day off right with a good dose of protein right out of the gate. So if you're looking for one of the best supplements you can take to help you live a longer, healthier life, protein should be right at the top of your list. And I would be remiss in my duties if I didn't say, along with taking that, make sure that you're keeping a healthy weight and that you're getting some resistance exercise to build some muscles, because those muscles are the furnace of your body, and they're what's going to carry you through your older years. So thanks for watching.